On November 29th, 1864, between the first light and dawn in southeastern Colorado, a former minister turned soldier, John Milton Shivington, charged his troopers into a peaceful, sleeping village of Cheyenne. These same people had come to Denver only 2 months earlier to try to sign a peace treaty. Shivington told them that as long as they were camped by a fort and had an American flag flying over the village, they would be safe from harm. There were 2 American soldiers in the village. They had permission to be there to trade with the Cheyenne. This incident in history was known as the Sand Creek Massacre. Shivington and his troopers killed over 167 people, most of whom were women and children. And in this village there was a girl. She was 14. She watched in horror as her mother and father were killed by the troopers, and they came to kill her. And she ran for her life. She ran down a dry creek, jumping over the dead and the dying. And through this maze of carnage, the soldiers shot at her from both sides of the creek. Each breath that she took when she ran burned her lungs. She ran so hard and so fast that she didn't watch where she was going, and at one point was separated from the rest of the survivors. She continued to run until the night fell. On this coldest November day in Colorado history, she had no blankets. She had no buffalo robes. She ran as hard as she could to keep her body warm, but then she was too tired and she fell to the ground. And as darkness fell, she heard something running behind her, and she looked. She couldn't make out what it was, except there were 2 sets of eyes, and they glowed in the dark. They ran towards her. It sounded like dogs. Little by little they got closer, and she saw what it was. 2 magnificent wolves were coming right at her. The girl knew that she would die. She, like many of the Cheyenne that day, would die. Her spirit, her siuts, would leave her body and cross the 4 great rivers. Beyond the 4 great rivers was a place, up beyond the Milky Way, to a place called Seon, the place of the dead. She would join all those Cheyenne, she thought, who had died that day, including her mother and father. So she sang the Cheyenne death song as the wolves approached. Hoa e amidan ninitz e sahan sahan hofa hetto hoho knife. Nothing lives long, only the earth, only the mountains. The 2 wolves stopped just short of her. They did not attack her. They slowly approached her as though to tell her, "Touch us, it is okay, pet us." And the wolves came to her, and they encircled her with their fur and their body warmth. Comforted her that night. She slept warmly. The next morning, the male wolf had run off, but he came back shortly thereafter. He had caught a rabbit. He dropped the rabbit at her feet. She took a small skinning knife that she had, and she skinned it and cooked it over a dry fire, one that doesn't leave smoke. She offered some to the wolves. They would not take it. They wanted her to nourish herself. They guided her to food, to water. For 4 days and for 4 nights, they slept on her and guided her and cared for her. When she wanted to go one place, they knew it wasn't the right place. They would put her back where they wanted her to go. And this went on till the morning of the 5th day. They guided her to the top of a hill. And when she got to the top of the hill, she looked down, and there in the distance, she could see the Smoky Hill River. And there on the banks of the Smoky Hill was a Cheyenne village. The wolves had brought her to safety. She turned to the wolves, and she wanted them to come with her. She said, "Mo, Nahnas, please come." But they would not. She asked again, "Mo, Nahnas, please come," but they would not. 4 times she asked, 4 times they would not. The only thing she could do was say, "Nia Esh, thank you." And then she said to the wolves, "Stamone pasa Juan mats, maheo shavektam. Until I see you again, may the Creator hold you safe." At that, the 2 wolves leaped up on their hind legs, and as they stood erect, they shape-shifted. They shape-shifted from wolf to human being. And the 2 human beings they shape-shifted into were her mother and father. Their seals, their spirits, had not crossed the 4 great rivers yet, for the Cheyenne believe that before spirit crosses over, it will always come back to tell a loved one something that needs to be told, or to protect that loved one.